Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. So in today's video, I'm going to compare these two bottle washing machines. One is from Momcozy and the other one is from Baby Brezza. Now I have done individual review of them both. I'll put the link on top so you can go check them out. Now for both these machines, from my personal experience, I would skip them solely because the fact that it will take a really long time for you to actually get the bottles and accessories washed and get sterilized and dry. What I have done is basically hand wash the bottles and use a separate machine dedicated for sterilizing and drying. That actually will take much shorter time than versus using these machines to do washing, sterilizing, and drying. Now with that being said, they create these machines, there must be a target market for them to sell it to. So which parents are these machines target to? Now here are the following category of parents who might be interested in these machines. One is if you are thinking about using your dishwasher to wash your bottles and accessories, these two machines might be something that you should consider because in comparison, this will be much shorter time than versus using your dishwasher machine. And also, if you just want to wash your bottles and accessories, this will be much energy efficient and less time consuming. Second category of parents will be the ones that have to do nighttime feeding. Now, if you have done nighttime feeding, you will know the last thing you want to do is do any type of washing. You feed the baby, put them down, and then you just go to sleep. With these two machines, you can do that. For instance, after you have done feeding the baby, drop the bottles accessory in, turn this machine on, and voila, in the morning, all the bottles are ready for you to use. So it's very convenient if you are thinking about getting this for nighttime doing chores for the bottles. For those people, you should definitely look into this type of machine. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the two. First up, let's talk about the similarity between these two machines. Both of these have water reservoir in the back. When you are using it, you need to fill this to the top where the max line or the fill line is. In my experience with the Momcozy, it uses up pretty much every single drop toward the end. Now with the Baby Brezza, it uses about 80-90% of the water. So just be on the safe side. Always fill the water to the dedicated line, max or the fill line. Both these machines can hold 4 tall or short bottles and all their accessory inside for a single wash. Both these machines use a little bit over 1.5 hours to do the job. For Momcozy, it claimed to be 90 minutes, even though in reality it took 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's the equivalent of just over 100 minutes from washing, sterilizing, and drying. The Baby Brezza, it claimed to be 88 minutes, but in reality, it was close to 1 hour and 40 minutes as well. So that's also over 100 minutes in terms of the real time for it to wash, sterilize, and dry. The reason why they have this time lag is because when they do the countdown on their timer, the time that it takes the water to prep to wash the bottles are not taken into account. That's the reason why there's a time lag between the time the company claimed and the actual time it actually took for the machine to finish. In my testing, both this machine were able to wash bottles really well. Now I have one bottle that has like dried up milk residue, and both this machine were able to clean it out. After the machine stopped, all the bottles and the accessory, they came out to be pretty dry. Both this machine came with 60 detergent tablets right out of the box. Now that means you can wash bottles 60 times with the provided detergent tablets. Once you run out, then you can purchase from those two companies. They charge $19.99 for 120 detergent tablets. All right, so those were the similarities. Now let's talk about the main differences. As you can tell, the Baby Brezza machine is definitely much bigger than the Momcozy. And here's the reason why. And not only the storage area is much bigger, but also it has a wastewater compartment in the back. Now for Momcozy, it does not come with a wastewater compartment. So that means you have to be either close to a sink or you need to have a bucket to collect all the wastewater that's coming out. So it cannot be just placed anywhere as you please. But as far as for Baby Brezza, You can literally place anywhere that it has a flat surface. And also the Baby Brezza has wheels on the bottom, so it's a little bit easy to maneuver on the countertop. But for the Momcozy, there is no wheels. You have to actually pick up the machine to move it around. Even though it looks like the Baby Brezza has a bigger compartment, so because the fact how big the front is, but in reality, both of them only holds 4 bottles and all their accessories. Now, with a caveat that the Momcozy is actually the tray on top, you can flip over. If you are doing more than just washing bottles or just doing like, let's say the pump parts for the breast pump and also pacifier and all that stuff, you have more room using this tray than versus the Baby Brezza, where it literally just like there's a stand and you can put whatever is able to hold and nothing else. So in that regard, the Baby Brezza, even though it looks much bigger, but it doesn't actually hold all that much stuff in it. Also, another problem with the Baby Brezza is even though it can hold tall bottles and short bottles, but they provide you with 2 different sizes of rods. So I actually found this annoying because the fact that if you're gonna have short bottles, I would just use the long rod, period. I mean, I'm just gonna leave that long rod in there. Technically, you're supposed to use the short rod for the short bottles. When I was reviewing the Baby Brezza machine, there were times I keep losing the short rod because it's round. And if I put it on a surface, it might roll. My kids, they found the rod and they start playing with it. And so there were times I lost this and I keep trying to find it all over the place. And one of the thing about this is there is no holder for you to put the rod that's not in use. So yeah, it's quite annoying. I mean, if you're gonna get this machine, be really mindful of this rod. Like one of the rod is, I'm pretty certain it's gonna get lost at some point. Another major difference is the way that you're going to control the machines. Now for Baby Brezza, it's quite annoying because they have symbols. They don't tell you which mode you're in. You have to keep pressing it. Initially, you're going to have a hard time to understand which symbol means which mode. So if you select the wrong mode, you might end up not washing the bottles or not sterilized or not drying. So just be mindful of that. For Momcozy, it's much simpler. They have words on top, so you will know which mode that you are in. And also they have a diagram here on top to tell you exactly what you need to do or what you should do for you to select which mode that you want to be in on. The Momcozy is much more clear in terms of how to use the machines versus the Baby Brezza. It might take you some time to get used to it. So those were the main difference between these 2 machines. Now my final thought about these 2 machines. The takeaway is if you don't want to shout out $299, that's what they cost at the time of filming. All honestly, I would just say that do the washing manually and then spend some good money to buy a fast sterilizer and dryer. Baby Brezza does come with a super fast sterilizer and dryer that can finish the job in 10 minutes flat. Now, if that's what you're looking for, you could just buy that machine and hand wash. Now, however, if you don't want to do that, if you wanted to have on this machine, especially late at night after you have done feed the baby, pop the bottle, 30 bottles in the machines, and then just let it run. And in the morning, you have fresh bottles to use. Now, if you are in that camp, here's the takeaway, which one to get. I would strongly recommend Momcozy. Now, here's the reason why. Momcozy has more discount or promotion throughout the year than Baby Brezza. If you are price sensitive, then definitely go with the Momcozy. When they have a sale, then you can get this much lower price than the Baby Brezza. And also, it holds more stuff that you can wash and sterilize and dry than the Baby Brezza. And the machine is much easier to navigate in terms of selecting the menu. So anyway, if you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.